I'm Debbie Bell-Hosking for FinextraTV at Sibos 2025 in Frankfurt. And I'm joined by Dr. Charlie Sanderson, Director, EMEA, Technology Partnerships for AWS, and Maroun Eddé, President of Murex. And we have an announcement hot off the press from Sibos. But first of all, welcome to you both.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
I might have ruined the surprise already by saying an announcement hot off the press. But Maroun, can you please tell us? I understand that a collaboration agreement has been signed between the two organizations. Can you give us some background?
With pleasure. Let me explain a little bit the fundamental logic. Wherever we travel to see our clients anywhere in the world, sell side or buy side, we find that they are always facing massive challenges in terms of technology and regulations. And they have to dedicate their key resources to address those. At the same time, almost everybody is recognizing that our world is shifting and delivering some new business opportunities for which they will need some of the same key resources, which are not free. So our enhanced collaboration is giving them that. It is allowing them to focus more on business growth and to give us, the responsibility of dealing with the most complicated technology and regulatory challenges. So we're two leaders each in our space. We came together to offer Murex managed services deployed on AWS. What does it mean practically? It's one offer which is MX SaaS, which is a mature offer where we have a few clients already, and another offer which is XVA as a service, which is our new risk offering. What does it bring practically for our clients to rely on managed services? First, they get a more industrialized deployment and run, and second, they have access to our frequent upgrade program. We were able to do this because while we were finishing off the work on our agreement, we're working in the background on technical aspects, on technical optimizations, which allow us today to benefit fully from the elasticity and resilience of AWS. So what does it mean practically for our clients? Essentially what it means for our clients is that they have a much better time to market for innovation, and they can deal with new business growth.
I couldn't agree with Maroun more. What we're seeing is financial institutions increasingly run mission critical workloads on AWS, and there's an evolution that's occurring. They're moving from self-managed to software as a service, and they're doing so because software as a service enables them to redeploy their existing resource to higher value activities. It enables them to adopt or more easily address more local reporting and regulatory requirements. It enables them also to expedite adoption of new features and innovation, particularly in AI. The other trend that we're seeing is a move towards more modular architectures. So this is where an individual service is developed, deployed and scaled independently. Speed matters to financial institutions, and this really helps them to access the capabilities they need when they need it. Murex is really helping customers to truly respond to different trends in financial services through offering a comprehensive SaaS solution and on-demand access to calculations.
And I'm hearing a lot of words here about scalability and speed, which is always very exciting. But if I come back to you, if I may, Maroun, this collaboration agreement with AWS, what does it mean from a Murex point of view?
I can already answer you based on experience because we're actually enhancing our collaboration and which was tested for a few years already. Actually, it's bringing to us a few important points from a strategic point of view. The first one is that we're delivering to our common customers exceptional operational excellence and agility and reliability. In a certain way, it's like peace of mind for us as an operator of managed services, and more importantly, for our customers. Second, we've developed a pretty good relationship between the two companies, and particularly at the level of engineering teams. What does that mean practically? That we keep abreast of anything new that AWS is bringing to the market, and we're always up to date in terms of tooling, in terms of processes, and in terms of architecture. And the third, you covered it a little bit, Charlie, it's the local presence. Our clients in any jurisdiction expect their key suppliers to comply with regulations in the relevant jurisdiction. And if you look at all our clients, most of the sites where we operate, thanks to this collaboration, we're able to provide to our client the best in terms of security and of compliance.
Thank you, Maroun. I'm going to bat that question to you now, because this is a collaboration agreement after all. So from an AWS point of view, what does this new agreement mean?
Well, I mean, Murex is recognized as a global leader in capital markets and has been delivering, front to back trading solutions to their customers via MX3 for an incredibly long time. I think you first certified MX3 on AWS back in 2017, I think it was, right? And we have dozens of customers running MX3 on AWS. And over that time, Murex has developed extensive capabilities on AWS, adopting AWS native services such as Amazon MQ or Amazon Relational Database Services, and also helping their customers to run and migrate MX3 on AWS. And those customers are running MX3 across all regions, and it's also buy-side and sell-side customers. And I think that really reflects the trust that our customers place in our combined capabilities. However, what we saw was an opportunity to extend that collaboration. Working backwards from what some of our customers were telling us, they were asking for a packaged Murex and AWS solution where both the application and the architecture was optimized. And the answer to that has been MX SaaS. And MX SaaS really helps customers to better manage their calculations, to optimize their infrastructure costs, to respond to changing regulatory environments, and to also address key concerns such as skills gaps. And we've seen great adoption already. Since June, we have 4 customers, I think, who've adopted MX SaaS, and it really has validated our collaboration.
So already you're feeling that momentum coming through. And Maroun, how would you say that this agreement we're discussing here today, and that's been announced at Sibos, how would you say it's impacting Murex?
Pretty deeply, and I'll tell you why. You cannot adopt a very disruptive technology only by embarking the said technology. You have to do quite a bit of work at the level of the culture, of the operational processes, and sometimes at the financial processes. And public cloud is no exception. If you really want to benefit from it, you have to break a few old habits and a few very rigid silos. So it's not surprising that in parallel with our collaboration, we've worked at the level of our organization and processes to embark a few of the DevOps and FinOps best practices. And all our customers are facing the same thing, and we talk to them quite often. Do that, and you're efficient enough and you're competitive enough at the level of operational efficiency and at the level of your price point. And that's absolutely essential for us at a moment where we want to scale MX SaaS and we have a pretty high demand.
And this industry, particularly at Sibos, you're going to be hearing a lot about innovation and growth and of course collaboration. So Charlie, back to you on this one if I may. The collaboration we're talking about here and now, how would you say that supports the industry as a whole when it comes to innovation and growth?
Do you know what, I'm going to bat that to Maroun because I just think XVA is such a great example of us actually delivering innovation to customers already.
I agree, it's a brilliant example. Just to explain it, XVA is a set of mandatory calculations, risk calculations that you have to run, that our customers have to run, which are complex and heavy, horribly heavy. So when they manage to run them, it's hugely expensive, and often they do not manage to run them completely with their current computing power. So we developed that service, cloud native, totally integrated with our platform, which delivers exactly this set of calculation at a fraction of the cost. So essentially, what we did is that we allowed many more players in the market to get access to these kinds of analytics by lowering the barrier to entry.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a great example of how when two market-leading companies come together, we can really address key issues across the industry. So looking forward to what innovation we drive next.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more next time as well. So Maroun and Charlie, thank you so much for sharing your Sibos announcement with us at Finextra Television, or Finextra TV rather. Thank you both.
With great pleasure.
Thank you.